Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news reads, Former Minister give reasons why Buhari cannot emulate Chad president. Nigerians came for him. All right, before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe if you've not subscribed to our channel, and also like and share our videos. God bless you real good. All right, let's look at the news in detail. Tony Momo, a former Minister of Information, has given reason President Muhammadu Buhari cannot lead Nigeria's military against Boko Haram terrorists. Recall that Chad President Idris Deby led troops last week Saturday and captured Boko Boys' arms store in Samisa. The attack against the insurgents was in retaliation for an ambush which killed over 90 soldiers. This led to many Nigerians challenging Buhari to emulate Deby in order to motivate the troop. However, Momo, one of the national leaders of the ruling All Progressive Congress and a former minister, said Buhari, as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, does not need to lead the troop as he can monitor the military from anywhere in Nigeria. According to him, the Chadian troops are well trained in desert and guerrilla warfare, unlike Nigerian soldiers, hence reason for their success against the Boko Boys. Speaking with Independence, Momo said every country has its own priorities. The fact that President Deby led Chadian troops to fight Boko Boys doesn't mean he is at the war front and shooting guns. He was in the helicopter following them from place to place, and they dealt with the insurgent. Look at the army. We have the chief of defense staff and the service chief who had different operations. We also have commander of different sectors. Which of them will Buhari lead if he wants to go and confront Boko Boys? Buhari is the commander-in-chief and can monitor our military wherever he is. Why should he go and lead the war himself? Is it because he was a military president? What if he is a civilian president? President Buhari cannot copy President Deby. Do you know the population of Chad? Boko Boys have been attacking Nigerians from Chad, but when they attacked Chadian army, the president had to lead the Chadian and retaliated. Chadian army is a well-trained army in guerrilla warfare. They have been fighting insurgency for years and spend more money on arms and ammunition than any other challenges they have. Chadian army is also a very hardened army, well-groomed in desert and guerrilla warfare, Momo said. Meanwhile, the leader of Boko Sheikh, Ibrahim Shekau, has appealed to the Chadian troops to leave his fighters alone. And Nigerians are so angry with Momo as they came for him. This one says, shame on this baboon. Excuses, where is your Buhari or Jibril, prison or banished by coronavirus? This one say, pray then, clueless Mr. Momo, what does Nigeria own military specialize in? Collecting money from motorists at checkpoints, killing their youths and unarmed civilians all over the tribe, and being severely beaten by Boko Boys for their cowardice and corruption. We know you from Babangida years as a spineless psychophant. Please stop speaking for another clueless government. Buhari has his viral mediocrity in Garba Shehu and Femi Adesina to speak their garbage at his behest. Wow, so many terrible. This one said, you are talking rubbish. Are they not general commanders in Chadian troop? Look at what you are saying, defending evil regime because of money and position. God Almighty will judge you and curse you for supporting evil. A lot of responses from Nigerians. And I just want to come in here. Let's just look at this. You know, one of the most amazing aspects of this whole thing is when you see men who are elderly enough to reason things from all perspectives and arrive at reasonable conclusions, speaking gibberish, you'll be so amazed, you'll be so surprised. This man is totally, he has no element of you know, no element of reasonability in him. Let me just be real. Sorry, I'm not insulting him, but the truth is he's not empathic at all. He's totally not empathic. Now, the first question I want to ask him is, how about if your son was in the army? How about if your only son possibly, or maybe somebody you cherish so much? A lot of people, because of the lackadaisical attitude of the so-called government, they have lost their loved ones, husbands. Some have even lost their wives. Some have even lost their friend. Some have even lost their caregivers. Some of them have lost everything. Destinies of men have been buried. Why? Because of the carelessness of a government. You're talking about that they have pumped in so much money, that the Chadians have pumped in so much money. I want to ask him, from 2001, when this whole thing started till date, can you calculate how much has been pushing into this affairs? Now, the truth about Nigerian leaders is that because of how corrupt-minded they are, immediately they see a loophole from which they are getting finances to, fix. Maybe they see a loophole and they tell them, fix that loophole, and monies are being pumped to them because of that loophole. They will even help the enemy to open that loophole more and keep complaining that this is beyond them, so that the government of the day will continue to feed them fat. And that is absolutely the truth. These guys, I can assure you that if with the human resources we have, with the level of training that Nigerian armies have gotten, with the monies that have been thrown towards security in Nigeria or insecurity in Nigeria, I can assure you that these so-called Boko boys, they are nothing, absolutely nothing before Nigerian army. But the truth of the matter is there's somebody somewhere who wants to continually be the supplier of arm, who wants to continually eat money, who doesn't want this problem to be solved. I don't know who the person is, whether it's the president, whether it's the vice president, wherever who the person is. But the truth, let the truth be told, what the Chadian have done is not a product of so much hard work. It's just because they have made up their mind to solve it. And I can assure you that if Nigeria makes up its mind and said, this issue, we are going to solve it, it won't take them anything. I can assure you, it will not take them even 1 year. Nigeria will clean up, and even the so-called Shekau, it will be in the grip of Nigerian soldier. He doesn't have so much influence. Imagine the manpower that these guys have, the Chadian soldiers have. Is it up to the one that Nigeria have? Of course, no. But they made up their mind and they said, this thing, we will terminate it once and for all. Look at what happened. Look at the effort of the army thus far. And Nigerian army, they went all out, they captured a lot of them. Instead of the government to finish those ones, instead they kept them in custody. And after a long while, they said they are trying to rejuvenate them. They are trying to, make them see things from a different perspective, only for Nigerian in our very eyes. Despite the fact that the number of killing has been increasing, that's from Boko Haram, it's been increasing on a daily basis. Before our very eyes, they released not less than almost 2,000 of them back. Said they have already been trained what? People who are really out there, they don't even have a cause. All what they're saying is that we must take over Nigeria, and which is a treasonable felony. Anybody who makes such statement, whenever he is being caught, is a case of finish him. But instead, Nigerians will get those people. The army will struggle and get those people. And they say, hey, don't kill them. And they'll put them in prison. To do what? When this guy went to prison, and Sowore went to prison and came out and told Nigerians what he saw in prison, I was so baffled, and I said, the only person who can rescue this country from the grip of these corrupt leaders is only God. He said he went into prison and he saw Boko Haram boys being availed phones to make calls. They were watching television. They were enjoying themselves. The so-called leaders or commanders of Boko boys, they were found in very comfortable facility in the prison. They were just like enjoying themselves there. When they have left scores of dead in Nigeria. Such people shouldn't have been paid a day. Look at these people, America, when they got a hold of that particular man who was troubling the whole nation in terms of terrorists, who was behind the September 2011 crisis, September 11 2001 crisis. What did they do to him? They annihilated him. There was no form of a second chance for him. That is what Nigeria would have done. But instead of that, our corrupt leaders are just watching and they are just keeping quiet. Instead, Tony Momo is coming to tell Nigerians that Buhari cannot do this. We have parity. What is as important as security? What is so important in this whole world like security? Whenever security is present, you are sure that investors can come in there and do business. A lot of things can strive in a secure environment. Why is it that most Nigerians are going to Dubai? Because of the level of security in Dubai. You can walk in there and you enjoy yourself. You can stay all through the night without anybody coming to trouble your life. But in Nigeria, I can assure you, because of how Boko Haram have gotten access to virtually everywhere, and because of how banditry and insurgency have been treated in Nigeria, so many people are now being encouraged to go into it. And that is why we are seeing most of Nigerian armies, most of Nigerian boys who are in the armies, they are resigning. Just fairly recently, I heard that army had to stop people from voluntary retirement. Why? Because most of them said, I don't want to waste my destiny here. I wanted to save my country, but it seems I don't even have a future here. It's like it's going to all stop in going to fight Boko Haram, and I die there. I won't want to do that. I still have a future. I have a destiny. I have a family to take care of. I want to leave mark on the sands of time. And they decide to quit Nigerian army. But right now they say no, they shouldn't. Because of what? They are not sure if the next hours of their life is in short, because of how lackadaisical everything has been. All right, I just want to leave it there. Nigerians have blasted him enough, but I want you guys to just go into our comment section. What do you think about this statement?